And that's where the metal meets the road, as you know, where the rubber meets the road. You know who your true friends are all of a sudden. You realize, holy shit. Well, then all of those people were just sycophants. They're only there when the good times and they're out when the bad times. And that's definitely not having faith in you, right? Wasn't I the one that told them that? Yes. And I was given, by my son's passing, the greatest lesson from God through his 44 days alive and then his death. The greatest gift of faith I have ever, the deepening of faith that I can ever or could ever attempt to describe to you. Because I was done talking to God, basically since I said F, after my son. And I broke down into tears thinking about my friend saying this about his friend. About how, Ryan, you're a real friend because you're there in thick and thin, and you would never, you're not just there when it's good times, Ryan. You're there when it's bad times, he's telling me. And you told me once, you know, that's when you know that's your friends, and then that's when you really know. And you told me that, Ryan, he's saying. And it hit me. I didn't have faith in God for the entire time I was saying I did to everyone. Because I was saying, look at all the blessings he's given me. And only a good God would be so great to have blessed me with such loving, unimaginable blessings. Like a friend that's only there in the good times I was to God. Boy, I was staring right at myself, realizing that, oh really? When times got tough, when it wasn't all blessings, did I tuck and run, or did I have faith in God? And I was the epitome of the friend that had no faith and tucked and ran. And I said to myself, that's not who I am. My friend is telling me this to my face, literally telling me that's not who you are. But he's not thinking about what I'm thinking about, which is with God. And I'm thinking, I haven't spoken to God. And I don't really talk even about God anymore because I thought maybe I was lying the whole time, and I don't know because I didn't know. I don't know. And I'm completely broken, and I got to maybe figure this out. But I don't have God to go to now because I didn't believe in him. But then I thought to myself, what? He was there for me every time I asked. And I know I told him that to F off the last time, many times. I was never going to talk to him again. But I knew if I talked to him, his house, that and then like I thought, you know what? There's one way to see if God is good. If he is to, because if you take me back after being such an asshole, and I found out he never left me. He gave me the greatest gift, understanding the depth of, and I continue to deepen the depth of what faith means. He gave me the greatest gift by giving me 44 days of a child and then taking him. And I used to think what my son would be like now, or at age he is now. I did that for a while. And when I came back to God, I said, there's not anything he was supposed to be. Except for the angel first class that he is right now. In my mind. And in my heart. That changed my life forever. And brought me closer to God than I ever could have imagined. That's pretty awesome. And I think Jesus, Jesus, my God is so funny. He's not just loving, he's not just everything, he's the funniest, and the funniest, and the most caring. And at that moment he says, in my mind he goes, yeah, Jesus said, it's like, I don't know, I'm not going to say that God told me something in words. But in that moment, and that feeling of like I'm not worthy to speak to you, something came over me and I said, wait, my son, Jesus, died when he was 33. And him and his father just think it's great that my son changed my life in 44 days. And they're just happy to have me back at home. And even though they didn't leave, it's like they were just waiting. So, this space, when Lucas was born, he had to stare at the ceiling, and he had some medical things that were going on. So he had to stay in the hospital for a long time, Children's Hospital in Oakland. And he was just looking up at this blank ceiling.